that's wrong, but you're moving on to the danger zone. Golden smiles and flickering lights, it's all chemical. And you can't get out for the rest of your life. You'll be stuck inside these walls. Apologize and get on with the lies. You have done it all before. And you leave again, disappear into the night, getting closer.
Hey, welcome, Chooms! Welcome to our third episode of Cyberpunk Red. I can finally unveil the title. It was in the tweet, and the players might understand a bit more about it tonight. But yes, welcome to episode 3 of Cyberpunk Shadows of the Red Death.
Oh.
I am Simon. I use he, him pronouns, also known as Wandering DM. I will be the game master for our little game. But before we pick up where we left off at a very steamy moment, let's just introduce our group of runners for today. We have one, Black Cat is missing. She will be back next week. In the meantime, in-game, for now, Black Cat will just follow you. And if there's anything, I'll find a way for her to have something to do as well on the side. But runners, let's introduce yourselves and tell us who you are and who you're playing. We'll let's do a free for all. Whoever wants to go first. Bam.
Oh, since you said steamy, Ramon has to start off.
Of course.
So I'm Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice around the internet. I am playing Ramon Richardson Rios. Both of us are he, him. I am the corpo of the group. I am ready to do whatever it takes to get information.
Mm-hmm.
Way to sacrifice your body for the team.
We already know he's a corpo, so he doesn't have like morals.
His body already belongs to the corporation. So
exactly,
what more can they
a little more selling. Yeah.
I'm Chipper SVP, and I'm playing Wave, who is our hacker. And Wave is like just super chill, very hippie, and is in no way, and it's also like down to damn the man and like destroy corporations and all that business, and is in no way did not grow up rich in any way. Seriously, don't ask anyone about that too either, and is not at all a poser. That's just for the record. Just cool. For the record.
Well, I'm not a poser. Hi, I'm Lindy, Laplove Lindy, she, her, and I will be playing Tomiko Lamb, also she, her. She's a tech and has super cool mirror shades and a great sense of fashion and can dance. But we've been banned from karaoke. Yeah. Yes.
For no reason.
Oh now that song's stuck in my head. Thank you, Simon. Yeah, that's me. Just, doing corporate gig work.
Yes, and I am Yutsai. I play Leo Chen and Nomad, both he, him. Pretty direct, pretty straightforward, and yeah, just tries to get stuff done, even if it means going through police or odd strip-focused old ladies. I guess we'll find out what's going on with that today.
Mm-hmm.
The phrase odd strip-focused old ladies is like the best phrase ever. That's all.
Yeah, actually, it sums up well what's been happening. So let's recap the last few hours in the lives of your edge runners. It began with the death of your For the sake of this friend, Baxter Tripp, this
We were all friends of Baxter.
acquaintance, job contact, victim, whatever you want to call it. Baxter Tripp died under auspicious circumstances, and at his funeral, you learned from a stalker of Baxter's that he was probably murdered. You avowed to figure out what was going on exactly and to dig deep into this mystery as you skillfully collected clues, as in lifted the agent off of this stalker.
Yeah.
Toby, oh my god, forward slash underscore.
It's taking everything in me to not ask you to say it.
I'm sorry, Simon, who was it? I can't remember his name. What was his name again?
I just need to make sure that it's the proper name I'm saying every time. But it is Toby / underscore. And you lifted his agent.
What was that again?
Shut the fuck up. You lifted his agent and you hacked into it and found out certain things about him, aside from the fact that you've utterly ruined his life. This poor young man who's also an orphan.
Yeah. I told you that made it slightly less funny.
Whose life you absolutely wrecked. But anyway, the point is, on his agent
point of order, I feel like his life was wrecked when his parents and family all died in that big train accident. So I feel like that's not even on us.
And then he didn't invest his money wisely. Yeah, I think he wrecked his own life, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah,
you people
obviously
are monsters.
The real monsters were the characters we made along the way.
Anyway,
it's just icing on the cake. That's what we believe in. We believe in making sure the job is finished.
Yeah. And so, on his phone, on his agent, you found footage that he sort of hid, kept for himself, in order to probably publish it later for like a big boost in popularity over his garden space on the Night City Net. He filmed Baxter trading in a copious amount of a drug called Siren in like this grocery plastic bag to a person that you have met called Feedback. Baxter then left. The thing was sort of felt, maybe uncharacteristic for Baxter at the time, but there were other signs in the in those videos that something was off with Baxter, and also this footage showed the appearance, let's say, for the first time in years, of Black Cat's old partner in crime, maybe best friend, yeah. She recognized someone who seemed to have been stalking either Feedback, Baxter, or even maybe Toby / underscore.
If he's dead, we'll know it's Toby.
All that to say, you left this place to go down to the 14th floor. In the meantime, you stopped at one of the parking garage floors to get Leo's stuff. As you did so, you witnessed the conclusion or post-conclusion, I should say, of a massacre that took place. About 20 people dead, their heads missing, all of them save for one nomad who just had a piece of paper with Leo's name on it. This nomad also had stolen a car that belonged to 17, one of the nomad from the Rapid Dogs. The NCPD gave you a bit of a hard time, but they really did not want to push it. Feels a lot like they're going to just open and shut this case and go on with their lives. But Leo's dash cam picked up a piece of red fabric, just a little off view, before the camera shut down completely, and had been off this whole time until you picked it back up. took the elevator down to the 14th floor. Once you got out of there, you noticed the three, let's call them the 14th floor nanas, basically cybered up older women, cybered up Betty White, and another one also who they call the sort of like the enforcer of the place. 14th floor is disgusting. It is a slums within the arcology, much like the other floors underneath it. Most of the people here are on the cusp of getting thrown out all the time. They have a lot of problems, none of which society will solve. And of course, other factions within Ascension might be preying on those people. Factions such as the Lighthouse, which you've sort of got wind of. And when we ended our session last time, we ended on a seduction roll by our good friend Ramon, as you are attempting to get a bit more info out of those older women who have told you they might know things, but it's give and take. They want something in return. Nothing is free in Night City.
And I passed along the photograph, right, of Baxter to both to Ramon, so that if he wanted to say, like, have you seen this guy? We've got an image. Although Ramon is good friends with Baxter, like, not as good as the rest of us are with Baxter.
Yeah,
but so he probably has a photograph already, but, you know, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
It was a photograph on the yacht. We were all
Absolutely
partying.
does.
What kind of photograph is it? Like a fishing trip or down at the arcade?
I have his professional
Mine involved-
headshot. That's all I have.
Mine involved champagne, being on a yacht, and like vaguely drunkishness. I don't know what kind of wholesome photographs Ramon would have with Baxter.
Oh, there's definitely a photo of Ramon and Baxter at a karaoke and just singing their hearts out. In just like a endless love duet or something.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Here for it.
The only picture I have is a picture of me and Baxter, like a selfie kind of thing, where I'm like taking an unmarked case from him, like a proof of like receipt sort of deal.
Mm-hmm.
The only weird thing that is about Baxter and Ramon's pictures is that Sable is usually in them, just doing one of these.
Somewhere in the back, just making sure.
You just see like out in the back part of it, like, how come we can never crop her out?
I imagine the photo I have, there probably is Ramon somewhere, because it's like a massive party in New York with a lot of people everywhere. It's
I
just
just
all...
downloaded it off his blog. That's the one I have. Picture
Are
he
there
has
no
on
photographs of you and Baxter together to make
So I prefer not to take
standing in
pictures.
front of the older women. Ramon.
Mm-hmm.
So you wanted to know things, not stuff.
Yeah. That's pretty much just of it.
Like what? Aside from your idea of casino or gambling or whatever they're interested in, and she sort of motions to the rest of the group with her chin.
And I open my agent. I'm like, show her some pictures of myself and Baxter. And I'm like, this guy's been
Fancy
around.
toys. This guy. I may have seen him.
Yeah.
But, you know, a woman's memory tends to be a little hazy with age. Sometimes I need something to get the blood pumping back to my brain so that I can remember a bit.
Take your shirt
in that
off.
case, no, it's not even that. I
The
I
text you
get
get.
real close to her, and I go right up to her ear, and I was like, "I can shake more than your brains." And I nibble a little bit on her earlobe.
Oh. Ooh. The other woman who was, the door right over, she was chain smoking. You can, the rest of you see that the longest drag of just.
Oh. There's like travels up the cigarette.
Yeah, up the smoke, and then it just drops. Well, if that's a promise, I can promise you I did see the gentleman on your picture. He is not from here, kind of like you. Though, I mean, if him being here and then you coming here, does that mean that more packages from up top are going to come down in the next couple of days? I just need to know if I need to clear my schedule,
I'd say you could call me a special delivery.
Well, special delivery. He did come a couple times. He is not as polite as you are, that's for sure. Not very talkative, Kept to himself. And the other one just adds, almost in a tone to suggest that, like, she knows things. She wants you to come to her for things. Well, he be-lived for Javier all the time. Cyber Betty White throws her a look. If looks could kill,
Your
she'd be
pacemaker
dead.
would be snapped. Yeah.
Oh yeah. The other woman takes a few steps forward towards him and says yes as she lights up another smoke. Seems he was only interested in roving the halls here and then howling at Javier's door. I mean, I guess he's good looking for his age. Not my type, but it's kind of strange, that some hotshot from above wouldn't just lift him back to his palace. If you want to lift me back to your palace, Corpo guy, I wouldn't say no. I'd be your princess. Oh, chain smoking lady. I'm not going to do the exact voice that I wanted, but imagine Patty and Selma.
Yes.
It's gonna wreck my throat if I do it.
Hey, darling.
Yeah, I could be your princess.
I could be a princess.
Listen, ladies. Enough for me to go around as long as I get all the things that I know. As far as being princesses, that would require a prince. And considering where I've come from, far from that.
Well, for us here, you certainly look like a prince. I mean, have you seen the court? And she just motions to the rest of the hall in front of her block. I say hall, so you have to imagine, this being an arcology. The hall is it's as wide as a street, really.
Wave just kind of finds a place to sit with that sort of vibe of chill. They're going to go upstairs and do their thing. But of course, both he and I imagine Tamika and some others are, subtly texting Ramon.
Oh, yes. Yeah, Tamika's decided this is a perfect smoke break and smoke and text break. And it's just
I don't look like I'm texting because it's all in here,
Mm-hmm.
But
I have an
just
internal
like,
agent as well.
Like she's texting,
So I
you
just
don't
see
know.
stuff popping up in my eyes, like trying to get a straight face.
Leo is
Yeah.
keeping an eye on the immediate area since this is a bit more of a dangerous floor. Also, it's very obvious that he has a sword and a
Mhm.
combat shield. Ramon, you still have my gun though. If you
Mhm.
tuck that away
Yeah.
somewhere, I gave that to you last session.
So now
Is
that we
it-
know the type, which
Question
is
on that real
warrior
quick on the gun.
Yes,
Is this a concealable weapon? Or is this a
I
heavy-
believe it is still a.
Yeah.
I think it was only a. It's a
Is-
heavy pistol.
Yeah, if it's not very heavy, I
Then yeah.
believe you're good. I have it
Very
here.
heavy is the
Okay.
only pistol one that can't be.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
I
it.
just wanted to make sure. I was like, is this just the very heavy one where I can't conceal? All right.
Is that a gun in your pocket? Or are you happy to see it?
Perfect.
Depending on the brand of Mr. Stud, it could be both.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that was in the rule. I didn't see that option.
Man, if I'd known that option was there,
Listen,
I'd have gone to
if-
the
Is
adult
that
toy
the
store.
next DLC?
If Talsorian wants me to write the Mr. Stud DLC, I will do it. Probably for free.
Happy to help.
Have a new titillating
Time to
options for your
message
next
someone.
Cyberpunk Red game.
I just feel like there have to be strippers involved, like the Chippendales, or that British movie where like the steelworkers did a, you know.
Anyway,
Yes.
so beeline to him, other than roaming the halls, you clearly, if you've seen our court, it's just a bunch of lowlives and rejects. Many of them, I don't even think they still have their IDs on them. I know I still have mine. And she just, lifts open her tank top, and you see the ID card is basically just held, under her bra strap.
Mm-hmm.
It is old.
Can I get a closer look?
It's... Actually, can you make a perception check?
Absolutely.
Because she flashes it very quickly.
She's secretly super high security clearance, just here on
Yeah.
under, like an
She's special
assignment,
forces.
undercover. Yeah.
Well,
She's like Steven Seagal as the chef in that movie, Under Siege.
There's more than one.
Mm.
They're grimy and dirty. One of them you think you saw just a quarter of the face, but it seems to be her face. Though
mhm.
the other ones underneath, can't really see the whole thing, but it seems to be different IDs. Like she's carrying more than one.
Maybe she's an ideal ID broker or something.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to mess up your game. Seems like
Oh.
you all have a little bit more power. Claim.
Us? Power? I mean, if you want us to have power, we can. Otherwise, we do what we must to survive, It's a hard living on the 14th. So anything else we can give you? Hot stuff? Before we ask something in return?
Friends. Chooms. You got something for the ladies? Sacrificing myself here. Sacrifice.
Yeah. Who's Javier?
Is it that much of a sacrifice? Question mark.
Javier. Javier is
Puke emoji.
Javier. I mean, he's a widower. Doesn't really come out of his place anymore. The other one, Chain Smoker, just goes, he's neurotic, is what he is. Cooked
Neurotic?
up all alone in his place. He used to never come out anyway. Now it's worse. He probably is dead anyway in his apartment by now.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Not since his boyfriend died last year.
Ooh, that's got to be rough. If we wanted to perform a wellness check, Think you tell us where his door is?
Yeah, NCPD.
Nah. Had a run with them, though, recently. I spit on the ground in contempt and disgust. I won't do that on my desk, though. It's a nice desk.
You spit. The other two look at you. They look at each other. And Cyber Betty White just mumbles. You haven't smashed my face in yet, not in a good way, so I take it you're no cops.
Fuck no.
All right, then. Well, anyway, what do I care? Javier lives around the corner. Take a right at the green dumpster, and it's about 5 minutes. You'll see there's about 5 doors that look all the same. They're yellow and black, and you get to the last one. It's going to have a bit of faded green paint on it that says... yeah, there. Your guy, your friend. That... And she points to... I don't know, Ramon, if you still have your agent out. So she would just, like, point dismissively at the agent. Your friend, he would just beeline there and then would roam the streets like a cat in heat for a couple of hours. He made kind of that noise too.
Like he was needing a fix?
Maybe. I don't know, a fix of what.
Hey, ladies, what kind of a person is Javier? What does he do?
They look at each other. And almost in unison, hoarder. The first Nana says, I've heard that he used to be a kindergartner teacher. Was working at the... Oh, what's it called? A couple floors above the Ascension daycare or something. Anyway, he got fired years ago. For all I know, that was before him and young Juan moved here. So,
Sorry, what was that name?
young Juan.
Young Juan?
I will put it in our chat. I apologize for pronunciation. YEONG HWAN. Definitely a Korean name, I believe.
Hey, did you see our friend? How long has he been coming here? Have you seen him multiple times or just recently?
I think he's been here something like 6 times. Might be a little more. We're not always at our doors waiting for nice packages, but when we are...
How long has he been coming here?
A little bit more than a month, I think. The other one nods. They would tell you exactly... Where is it? 3 months ago. Sorry, 3 months ago. So she would say a little more than 2 months. My bad.
Did Javier get visits from anyone else from way up top?
Depends what you mean by way up top. From the 43rd, there's always the goons that come down to collect. Around here, they make their rounds about monthly. Gotta pay to keep those babies with us. And she taps her chest where she had the ID cards, where she showed the ID cards earlier.
And just to be clear, when they say nice packages, are they talking about people and not like other things?
No, we're talking about people.
They're talking about.
I mean... No, go ahead.
It's a full package.
Yeah. How did young Juan die?
How does anyone die around here? Take your pick.
Good question.
Hunger, thirst, violence, overdose. The other one immediately stops. I don't think it was violence. We would have known. Sure. Natural causes is what they're going to tell you he died of.
Yeah, but how true is that?
You ask questions around here, you die.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you ask questions to us, you get some nice sugar.
Yeah. You may die if you ask questions. You may die if you don't.
You what, Trooper?
Said you may die if you ask questions. You may die if you don't.
Second option's safer. So...
we can give you 60 minutes, man.
We have some messages I should answer, so if you want to just
I was like, hold on. This is not my. That's not how this works.
Do you need 2 hours?
I mean, I can go 2 hours. I'm hungry.
We'll wait here.
But I don't want to give anyone heart attacks or anything.
Right here by the elevator?
maybe
Really?
their pacemakers are overclocked.
Get the blood pumping.
Dignity went out the window a long time ago.
Yeah. But when you join the corp.
No.
So I believe I answered most of your questions. That means I get the most of you. She can get the leftovers. She looks to the Chainsmoker one.
Have fun, wink emoji.
Okay, no los dos.
Yeah, make another persuasion check. I mean, they're good friends, but...
Are they that good?
Are they that good friends?
like, in the moment...
There you go.
19.
Yeah.
Fuck it. And she's going to take you by... Do you have a tie? Because if you do,
No.
she's going to grab you by the tie.
Lapel.
No, it's just a button up under a bulletproof vest.
Oh.
Nice.
So she's going to try to grab you by like the side of the bulletproof vest to bring you inside her apartment. And things
This
happen.
is the moment where you see Ramon's like facade drop a little bit, and there's just this deep exhausted sigh you see on his face, and he's like, this is the look of someone this is not the first time they've done this, but they've never enjoyed it.
This is probably not the first time you've done what they are doing.
Oh boy.
Pinnacle?
There is
Bridge?
Bridge.
nothing sexual going on.
Yeah.
Oh.
In fact, you are, to the best of her capabilities, you are treated like the grandson she probably never had.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, they're gonna feed me. Oh, this is gonna be
Give me a
great.
sweater.
They're going to feed you. They're going to ask you, question about your life. They're going to talk about their
Are you
husband.
getting married?
I mean,
Yep, they're going to ask when are they going to get grandkids.
there's the two of them will try to sneak like kisses on the cheeks, but honestly, they enjoyed the back and forth and the banter in the innuendo.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, you're not their age.
So
they
those
don't
friends
want
of yours outside, you interested in any of them? You want one?
But yeah, feel free
Neighbors?
to share with the rest of the group whatever it is. But it is going to take a little bit more than an hour.
Yeah. We wait outside.
And by the way, the
Prepare
food
to roast him later.
Oh yeah.
I do some puzzles, you know.
the food that you're given is way below anything you've eaten as a corpo. Like, this is probably food that's been picked out of the compost bins at best. And
I eat everything, even though I hate it.
well, to their credit, they make it seem digestible.
Grandma skills.
But yeah, grandma skills. They need a lot of skills to be able to pull out what they did. And yeah, and you would learn to just, paraphrase a bit what happened, but the two of them have lived on the 14th floor their whole lives. They were at one point pillars of the community, and they were forced to the sidelines by the goons from Lighthouse and other booster gangs. Basically, just like several setbacks, one after the other, to the point where now they have to pay. Like security money to various gangs just so that they can have some breathing room. And people, for a short time, people still looked after them, still held them in high esteem, and eventually it didn't take long for everyone's like apathy and lethargy to take over and just cast them aside and forget about them. So they are very thankful for the attention you've paid them.
I take down their info. I legitimately, I want to help at least boost their names again.
Yeah.
I don't have a ton of money when it comes to those sort of things, but I will help them market themselves as like leaders in the area so that people can respect them a little bit.
I will give you their names and everything during break. There's one thing that happens, though, during this whole conversation while you're inside. And it's not to you. It's the rest of the group outside.
Figured.
As you're waiting for Ramon to be out. One thing is sure, it seems that the walls of the habitation blocks in this level of the ecology must be very well soundproof because you can't hear anything. Despite some of the windows being apparently seemingly open. A crack.
Look,
No,
not
there's-
everyone's a screamer. It's fine.
There's someone who actually walks up to you. Probably just... They stand in the middle of, depending on how you are situated, they stand a good, maybe 8 to 10 feet away from all of you, and try to keep you all in their line of sight. It's hard to say. You would think maybe in their mid-30s. But the way they speak, they appear to be a lot younger. Time was not kind to this person. And they're wearing
I was going to ask, the old lady who's stacked abs and gunned, the third one, how does she react to this person approaching?
She keeps watching. She doesn't have... she doesn't twitch. She doesn't budge. She doesn't even make a face.
Stone cold. Yeah.
But then again, this person, like I said, remains a certain distance from all of you. And so yeah, time wasn't kind to them. They look somewhat androgynous but you think it might be due to like botched or poor quality surgeries over time, to the point where it's hard to know where this person's actual skin ends and the real skin, trademark, begins. They almost look like a doll, like a plastic doll, and they're dressed in mismatched clothing, a t-shirt that is way too big for them, several layers of jackets, some of which you recognize as Leo as like road leathers, the sort of almost like motocross coats that are often used or modified by the nomads as like sort of armor against abrasion and things outside the city, falls and such, scrapes and all that. And as for pants, they are wearing these like, you know, those old jeans that you could like zip or unzip around the knees to make shorts. They have that, but they're missing like one of the parts. So it's like half short, half jean jorts. I think they were called, maybe.
It's a statement.
No, jorts or jean shorts. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's strange, and their shoes. So they have like one foot that's naked, the other one in an old, crusty running shoe, and they approach you, kind of haggard. Look at each one of you one by one, in silence, and that goes. He was caught by the Red Death. So what happened to that guy? Guy that went to Javier.
And
he just like freezes.
He's the Red Death.
And he leaves.
Okay, that
like
was
you're
weird.
not there, like he doesn't hear you. You notice when he starts to leave, when you speak up, Wave, the enforcer woman moves one of her hand, like uncrosses her arm, moves one of her hand to her hip, and waits for the guy to be away before she whistles. Motions to the four of you, or to you actually, Wave, because you spoke up for it, and motions to you to come here.
I sort of like get up and I lope over.
Don't pay attention to those people. Him and a lot of others. They spout rumors about this psycho cloaked in red who kills the people without ID here. The crazies will say that this Red Death can, go through walls, fly, vanish, the whole thing. It's mostly crazy talk. The problem is I don't know what they're on, all of them. But it makes a lot of them quite jumpy. So I suggest you keep your distance. You keep your distance.
How long has this folk tale been going on?
It's been a while. I don't know. Maybe a year. For sure, at least a year. I remember, not this Christmas, the one before. They were already going on about it. Anyway, just you seem like good people coming in here. I don't know why. I sort of overheard you a bit. Sorry for your friend. But yeah. Most of the people here, they don't have. As she looks to the two older, Asian men who are playing like Go in their mind.
Yeah.
And she looks at them with a mix of like apprehension and pity. It's like most people here, they're not really here,
But people have been getting killed. Yeah?
Here all the time. I've done my fair share of killing.
Well, but can you fly and also walk through walls?
Yeah, no one can. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. Just, I know your friend there has a nice knife, shield and all, but yeah, be careful.
Thank you. Do you think it's possible there could be some sort of, I don't know, goon from the lighthouse who just stabs people who didn't pay up? That sort of thing, and that's the Red Death?
Oh, the wikis? Nah, everyone knows about the wikis here. They wouldn't know the difference. You recognize them at their tools.
Hey, have you seen Javier recently?
Nah.
So
Know where he
we're
lives, and they told you the truth. That's the right door. That's the right apartment.
So we're gonna go check it out because he might know something about our guy. If we find him dead, we'll tell you.
If you find him alive, tell me.
We'll check in.
He doesn't want anyone to look after him, but honestly, someone's ought to at this point.
We'll let you know what we find. If you hear anything about something more concrete about Red Death, or we do, I'll let you know.
All right. I don't think I can
Someone's-
find you if I learn anything. She casts a glance at the elevator door.
We'll just have to visit.
So the last thing you want is to come back here. You look like someone who
short.
lives above the 30th. You really don't need to come back here.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Without an ID, you can't get to the elevator. That's how a lot of them here ended up. So just, whatever
Timeline question.
Yes.
She said that, and I'm like, doop, doop, doop. We know that Baxter lost his ID gambling. We also knew he came down here. Did he ever come down here after the point he would have lost his ID?
So he wouldn't have been able to.
I was gonna say, don't you need your ID for the
Unless-
elevator? Yeah.
Unless it's the very last time he
Place.
came.
Yeah.
Like, he would have come down, lost his ID, thus got stuck here. That could be a thing. Can you make
Because he was found dead in his apartment, right? So the
No,
question
he wasn't found
becomes,
dead in his apartment.
it was a different apartment? It was somewhere
You-
I was at some point.
Anastasia never...
I don't think we were ever told.
Where he
We
died.
just saw an urn and
There were a lot of hypotheses. But nothing... nothing concrete yet. But if you can make a quick deduction roll for me, please.
Absolutely. Is that would be under
Education.
awareness? Education.
Third row, middle.
11.
11. Either he lost his ID when he was here. That is another one.
Wait.
With an 11, you also
I have a
Figure-
question.
Yes.
I don't know if that makes any sense. Oh, I think it must have rolled a 4. I got it. We're good. Thank you. I was just trying to check the math.
Oh yeah, with the yeah. So the other thing, if Baxter had a fake ID, he could have. He could have been using Anastasia's ID to move about. But then she would have, because the ID is registered to you. Often it's just a chip that you have, implanted like an RFID. Others have it in their agents. Like it depends what you want, what you're comfortable with, really, and how much money you have. But it is possible to hack into the system too. I mean, it's hard, but he wasn't necessarily the most he wasn't a net runner, that for sure.
Yeah.
But he did hang around a lot of very competent people who like their knowledge and their skills might have rubbed off on him a bit.
I mean, but he didn't lose his ID. It was like a week before he died or so, which means there's a week when he had to have been moving around, which means maybe he stole somebody's ID or stole Anastasia's ID and put it back when she didn't. It depends on whether. So that's a bit of a mystery that could lead to problems, perhaps, that he might have been running into.
And
I just sort of give Leo and Tomiko just a look, like, more like, seems like there might have been trouble kind of a look, rather than not here, but like that meaningful look that if we were in a TV show, the actor would be like,
And we'll fast forward a bit to the door opening and Ramon coming out.
Does he smell like old lady potpourri and like have like a little lipstick kiss on his cheek?
Covered in cat hair.
As you exit Ramon, Cyber Betty White will give you a kiss on your cheek and will press something inside the palm of your hand and say, "It's my last. I kept it for something special."
You didn't have to do that. Thank you.
You have in your hand a bona fide, genuine Werther's original from before the fall of the towers. By that I mean before corporate war.
Yeah. If y'all see Ramon's face, he looks actually genuinely pleased.
Oh yeah.
Despite eating this crappy food, he actually looks like he's in a very good mood.
Look, we figured Tomiko's figured out his type. It's fine.
He thought he was going to be in such a bad sort of coming out of here, and now he's just legit happy. I will come back and visit these. They're awesome.
Yeah. As soon as the doors close and he comes back over to us, Tomiko's gonna offer him a cigarette and go, "So how's the clam bake?"
What? Take a cigarette then.
Oh, you know. And then I look at him, then I look at the other two. Oh, does he not know? Oh, how precious.
I didn't grow up in the city. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
If we're concluded here. Sorry, Wave, you were saying something.
I was just going to say it's just banter.
It gave me
Trying to
So,
I bet she did.
Yeah.
Huh. Looks like there's some good folks here, but while the welcoming committee was welcoming, we do kind of draw the eye of a lot of other folks. So maybe we go see if we can take refuge in Javier's place.
I don't know if that's going to be much of a place of refuge.
Well,
We gotta go.
sounds like we need to go to get a conversation going.
Yep.
And once we get underway, Wave will just sort of like, walking near Ramon will say, it seems there's a folk tale about a year old of someone dressed in red called the Red Death who murders people who don't have IDs.
Is this something I've heard of before?
You're a corpo. Make a local expert check.
Ooh.
Okay.
Because as a corporate employee, I was going to say stooge. As a corporate employee, you would have learned.
I mean, both would have been correct.
Yeah, you would have heard certain things that are quite different to those who might be living more like on the street.
Education.
It's under education, and it's like the special fancy skills at the bottom.
Loading my page.
No problem. It's I was 15. Okay, well, there are urban legends of rabid gangs that will kill people for their IDs, and others who will murder the people who do not have IDs. There's a tale you've heard of. They call themselves the trimmers, and they're the people that basically, trim the fat off of Ascension. Anyone who isn't supposed to be there, they take care of them. And while there never was any headline that made it to the garden spaces that you visit on the net or even on TV about these strange gangers like the trimmers or anything of the sort, but there was always kind of the talk around the water cooler at the office that someone, a new employee whose ID got in late and they had just moved in and then they were found dead 3 days later. The news say home robbery, but other people are like, nah, it's the trimmers. So is it a conspiracy? Is it true? Is it just an urban legend? There is still a sort of a risk to coming into Ascension as more than a visitor, meaning leaving the public floors and not having an ID. And even then, having an ID makes you a target for those who deal in IDs. Yeah.
We are in a dangerous place. Go with you.
This is as we're moving towards Javier's place and just sort of checking out the ratio of people who seem to be not well versus those who seem to have their faculty about them. And just noting what those people are doing, just making sure we keep, when you walk in a neighborhood, you mind your business, do not flash cash, and just make sure that nobody who might be dangerous gets too close to you as you're walking. That's all. So it's that kind of paying attention sort of thing.
The ratio is 3-1. Just about. There's an awful lot of people who are on Smash. Smash being this basically, it's supposed to be beer, but it's like it's a step above. And basically it makes you completely addicted to it after you've downed your first can. Because it replaces, essentially because of the euphoria it provides, it sort of replaces your sense of almost like taste to that, like nothing else tastes as good as Smash. And so you're gonna have Smash with everything. Oh, you have like your kibble meal tonight. Might as well crack open a can of cold Smash. 'Cause
Instead
otherwise
of bangers and mash, it's kibble and smash.
kibble and Smash,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, put some taste on that at least.
Kibbles and Smash has a completely other definition when you hang around the floors in Ascension, where there's a high population of cat girls.
Sorry.
Yes.
Anyway,
I wasn't ready for that.
that said, and that is dealt. I mean, street drugs in Night City, it's everywhere. No one's gonna stop anyone. No one's gonna. If NCPD sees you cracking open Smash on the street, they're not going to care unless you throw the can and you litter, and then they have like a reason to arrest you because why the fuck not? However, there's like a few other people who are basically just they're definitely high. You don't know on what exactly. They have like the reflex of like chewing in the air. But you see that some of them are actually chewing something. But they never swallow. It's like chewing tobacco, but you never spit, you never swallow. You just keep chewing. And most of them are kind of like the person that came and see you earlier. They're just gazing into the air, into nothingness. Sometimes they'll move about with a sense of purpose that makes no sense because they might like get up as if they forgot something, like forgot the stove at home. They'll walk like 3 feet and then sit back down and just face like their brain was sort of like short circuiting and they go in and out of reality very quickly. Those who are, from what you see, let's say sober, they avoid the chewing people. The people on Smash, I mean, they can be dangerous, but it's better to be on that side of the street than the other one.
Interesting.
When Cyber Betty White mentioned, you turn right at the dumpster, it's not just a dumpster, it's an immense container. It is full of trash, and from what you can see, several discarded body parts. And you have people with missing limbs digging into the trash, trying to find maybe like a discarded cyber hand or a foot or a leg, anything. Probably not to sell, probably to just replace the parts that they have missing. Most of the people here you notice, especially after you turn the first street corner, they are pale. God-awful pale, as in they've never seen the light of the sun in maybe all of their lives. There are windows on the upper floors, and by upper floors, I mean, the moment you get to middle class and above, 30 and above, and even the public floors, 1 to 5, there are windows to see outside. But to be that pale, you have to have spent, like, decades cooped up in here. And you see the doors that were mentioned, the yellow and black doors. It's yellow and black because it's the evicted sort of sign that glows above the door frame of all the people that were evicted from their homes. And when you get to the door that she mentioned, the door with the green, you notice that the green is this sort of faded graffiti on it. It doesn't look like anything anymore, but there is sort of a splotch of green with what you believe to be might have been like orange, or it's like brownish now. It's definitely not blood though. But there was like someone probably had painted this door with vibrant colors at some point, and it's not the case anymore. When you approach the door, there's the little overlay that appears on it. You see the just the name of the resident and it is written Xavier Gutierrez.
Have we heard this name before?
Or did I just mishear Xavier for Javier?
Yeah.
No, they kept calling him Javier.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
maybe that's how it's pronounced.
It would be, I mean, it
Yeah.
being Night City in California. Yes, in Spanish it's how it's pronounced. Though normally in Spanish the name would be Javier with a J.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
mind you, could be maybe that's how his name was written, because, what if parents can call their children whatever they want? Maybe he got tired of people calling him Professor X, and so he decided to go by a different name. But yeah, he lives here. There is
In the hour and a half, 2 hours, all three of us were sitting out there waiting on our grandson. Did anybody leave via the elevators at all?
Nope.
Okay.
At all. No one.
Okay.
And no one went. So remember when you came down the elevator, you sort of walked forward into the street for like a certain distance. No one walks towards the elevator. Imagine if it was like in a cul-de-sac, in a dead. No one walks that way. No one has a reason to go towards the elevator. To the point where there's a good couple of yards after the elevator door where there's barely any trash. People aren't even going to make the effort to go there to dump their shit. Or it's because the Ascension janitorial crew is paid to clear out only a certain distance from the elevator doors. Ramon, you knock on the door. There is no answer.
Hola, ¿está ahí? Tum, 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 tum.
I look at
There's
Leo.
no answer, but there is someone in back of you that coughs uncontrollably. Older gentleman wrapped in this blue tarp is just sitting down, almost lying on his side. And you notice his coughing is not because of a disease or anything. It seems that he was startled by either the knocking or you speaking out loud. But when he sees you, he gets up clumsily and begins to power walk away.
Wait.
He turns back, eyes wide, like a deer in headlights. He freezes.
No, Javier?
Wow, Simon's Spanish is not that great.
No, you don't have to speak Spanish. My
But
Spanish is not that great.
He would reply,
Character Spanish is great.
I don't know a Javier.
Okay. Do you know Xavier? And I say it long, like Xavier.
Is he lying?
You can make a human perception check if you want to
Sure.
know more into his.
Ooh.
Psyche 10.
Look, I'm good at hitting things.
Remember, you have luck points that you can
I do.
spend.
Oh, I keep
Add,
forgetting I have luck points.
No, 1 for 1.
They give you no option to add it into the roll.
I only have the 5 luck points, though. When do those refresh again, Simon?
Every session.
Top of every episode?
Oh. I mean,
I can let you spend after the fact if you want, yes.
awesome. You know what? I'll just go all in, all 5 luck points at that 15.
Whoa!
So,
This is probably where this guy just hangs out all the time. So if anyone knows anything, it's probably this guy.
Yeah.
One, he's lying. Two, he did not like Ramon going Xavier. And you saw the faintest twitch in his eye.
This is probably a Javier.
Of like,
it was definitely on purpose. Me doing that because he responded to me in Spanish.
Yeah.
And I spoke back to him in Spanish, and then he went,
Yeah, while they're talking to the guy, I want to try to pick the lock to the door. Just
Do
be
we
like,
have
hey,
any,
it was
like-
unlocked.
Do we have any picture of Xavier? Is there like a database or record for like this person lives in this apartment? This is what they look like. Like a phone book?
No, someone would need to. I mean, the building. So management definitely has data on everyone, but regular citizens do not.
We don't have access to that. Okay.
I mean, you could
Keep some
hack
hacking.
into like Ascension DB. Good fucking luck. But if you succeed, yes, you can have data on like every inhabitant. That said,
I'm sure that's not highly secure or anything.
no. Tomiko, can you give me that lockpick check while this is
I'll throw
happening?
2 points of luck onto it, so 16.
16. So you just scooch over by the door, begin to try to pick the magnetic.
My tool hand comes out and just like,
Yeah, it's a magnetic
I'm just
lock, of course, but you keep
standing
it-
around making cover.
Okay.
yeah.
So Leo, Ramon, you're looking at
They'll talk. I'll go in the guy's
definitely
house. It's fine.
Javier.
Yeah, I do that thing where I try to communicate silently to Ramon that he's lying. He definitely knows something.
Just text him. It's fine. I'll see it.
Oh,
It's
well,
alright.
my agent's like I have to really pull out my agent and text.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get the look. I'm not entirely.
He looks towards you and says, "Look, I don't have your money. I don't. You have to give me some more time, please. I don't have your money. Just please give me a month."
Is this English or Spanish? I just.
He speaks in English.
Okay.
Good English. You can still detect like the traces of Spanish, which is probably his native tongue. But with your human perception check, Leo, he's not looking at either Ramon or you, or Tomiko, or Wave. He's looking past you at a group of
Roll around.
fedora-wearing men. 4 of them. One walking, toting a what is clearly probably a submachine gun,
Oh no.
and the other
Spy
ones are just
Javier.
looking tough around him. You recognize them. Who recognizes them? Give me a second. One of you does. I believe it is Wave. They are part of the lighthouse. And that guy walking up front, you just sees him very quickly. You notice on the small of his back, he's got a sheath with what appears to be shears. The Wiki's blade.
I
And
message Sable immediately.
We're gonna take a quick break.
Oh.
Okay.
As your SOS to Sable goes. Yeah.
Amazing.
No, we're good.
Something's wrong, but you're moving on to the danger zone. Golden smiles and flickering lights.
we're in
I don't know what
trouble.
you're talking about.
Hi.
I think that Simon's just trying to fake us out, and this like danger combat music and the turn order initiative thing is just like a fake out. I'm sure it'll be fine.
One strategy,
I'm
and
sure.
just talk my way out. That doesn't work.
Yeah. Yep.
Are we back?
Yeah.
I think we
Oh, yeah.
are.
Yeah, we
Oh,
are.
Hello. So, I just need to make sure that. Oh, am I on the right mic? Sorry. Yes. Okay. Javier looked past the two of you, past the four of you. Says, I don't have your money. I don't have your money. And these three people. So there's this one gent with the submachine gun, kind of like an old timey gangster. Has the fedora, the clean clothes. He looks like he looks more like a casino employee than a thug. The other three, though, they have these like pea coats on, hats that are reminiscent of almost like a captain's hat,
Like a Greek fisherman's cap.
yeah, that's it. And they appear to be carrying nothing. They're there to look menacing and intimidating.
Anchors.
That would be pretty cool, but no, not in this case. And the man with the submachine gun goes, "Oi, you're gonna have to take your turn. Xavier is ours first." And he basically, you can see him like take the safety off of his submachine gun. And I'm gonna ask the four of you to roll for initiative.
Where is that on the sheet? I have
So
that.
top right of the sheet, right next to the little portrait, is the initiative button. Top left, not top right, top left.
Ah,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
Ah, I see it. Thank you.
Leo's got a sweet 19. Tomiko 14. Ramon 9.
10,
And Wade.
Not my
sorry,
area of
Wade is 10.
expertise.
All right, let me just put that in order. I have a question for Wave.
Yes.
Wave, your reflexes are 8. Okay, so you go before them.
Okay.
All right. So without waiting for an order or anything, one of the men in coats, one of the muscles that are there.
Oh wait, it's a nautical theme. So they're like mussels, clams. Cool. So like,
Opens his coat, shoots it away.
Oysters.
No, he's actually going to shoot at either. Let me see. Odd, it's going to be Leo because Leo, you look armed.
I am
Mark
armed.
can shoot
Even it's
pearls.
Ramon because Ramon looks like he's the gang boss in this situation. Yeah, he's gonna fire the other muscle.
Thank God.
They are, by the way, when you meet them, or when they sort of arrived. Oops, I need to do this. They are at 20.
Oh, God.
15 yards from you. So they are yelling.
Oh, great.
But that is
no.
a crit on a 30. They needed a 20 to hit, so they do hit, but it is not a crit on damage. So for everyone in Cyberpunk Red, you only crit on damage if you roll at least double 6s.
I do have 8 in reflexes, which
Then it means you can roll an opposed roll instead. And
But
that
I
would
have
be
to
an
be the
evasion roll. Huh?
I have to be at a 30.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I mean, you can still try it.
I'll try. I mean, the
but
alternative
if you
is
roll
just getting
poorly,
hit.
then it'll get you a big massive crit, right?
No, though that's only in Witcher. In Red, crits happen if you roll double 6s on damage.
Alrighty.
Oh, that's
Evasion.
cool.
Yeah.
Need to beat a 30. Not a 30.
One
He tried.
is not-
Yeah, he fired very well. So the gun that they pull out is this very large handgun to the point where he needs to have both hands to just hold it straight. And it
Like a
kicks
compensating thing?
like a mule
Yeah.
as he fires. And you would take 11 points of damage to your body.
I
Now,
do have the
Yes.
shield, but I don't know if I had it like up and ready to go.
You had it out, correct?
Yes. I can't hide it anywhere. It's big.
It's always there. So
Yeah.
it's always equipped. I mean, it's a source of cover that you have, so it'll count. If you want basically the shield to take the brunt of it, it's going to take 10 damage and thus be destroyed.
That's what it's there for.
I mean, when I say destroyed, it's unusable until you repair it. It doesn't like shatter into 1,000 pieces.
Yeah.
Guess who can repair shit?
Hey.
Ooh, what?
And there would be just the one lone point of damage that would go to you. Do you have armor?
Yes, I'm wearing light armor jack for both my head and body slots.
Then it's just bam, but it doesn't do anything more than sting after it went through your shield. After he's fired, he's going to walk closer, just so he's within the 7 to 12 range. To describe the battlefield, the door frames where the entrance doors to the apartments are located, one person could press themselves against them and have a somewhat okay source of cover from the attackers. You could also try to hide amidst a pile of trash around. You don't know how thick it is, you don't know how much protection it would afford, but it, you know, if you have nothing in between you and, you know, it's preferable to have something than nothing between you and those who fire at. Leo, it is your turn. However, as you are playing, you will notice, because you were, you know, kind of looking at Javier, and then they arrive, and then he fires at you, and you hear Javier fall to the ground.
Is he faint?
Like dive, like he's diving for cover, or like
No,
fall
he
like
just
he's been injured?
Like, fall like he's been injured.
I see.
I'm going to choose to let someone else deal with that, as you said he got within
12
he
yards.
got into 7 to 12 yards. We can make that we can get a little more intimate than that. I rushed the guy who just shot me, even though that's probably not the best for the action economy, but I believe in paying back what
What's your move stat?
my move stat? That's a good question. It's 7.
7. Then you can get close to him and make your attacks if you want.
Yes, I have my family sword, which isn't really expensive. It's just one of the last things I have from my parents before they died, and has a rate of fire of 2. So I believe I can make 2 attacks.
Yep.
Around.
Exactly.
All right, gonna hit the attack button.
So a 17. Those are always opposed rolls. Yeah, that's a 10.
Nice.
So he's gonna take that damage, and because it goes through his armor, that ablates the armor a bit, and he takes a whooping 6 damage. That's your first. What's the other one?
Let's see. Do the others look armed?
If that guy got that gun out of his coat, you figure the other 3 probably have something under their coat.
I can't grab him and use him as a human shield with the rate of fire I have left, I don't think.
Well, if you grab him, then the human shield is just like a thing that I think happens afterwards, right? Yes? No?
I thought it was an action.
Yeah, so
It
in
is.
this case, in this game, if the attacker is in a grapple, you can equip the attacker, the person, as a human shield. I know it's weird. If you're not already
like
wielding a shield. Though you need, because your shield was broken, you need to use an action to drop it.
Oh, I see. Good to know. Good to know. And we only get the one action
Otherwise,
per round.
While you wield a
Just
human
stab
shield,
them
you're
again.
considering covered. They're unwieldy because they're squirming and moving about, of course.
Of course.
But yes, you need to have them grappled.
Yeah, already committed to the attacks anyway. I'm for one of two.
Like, he
so I'll
shot
do the
you
second.
first. It's
Yeah,
just
basically when you took
retribution.
the attack action. So your action was attack, which means
Yep.
you make the rate of fire of 2.
Yes,
You
two
would have
attacks.
needed to walk up and grab instead.
Here comes the second.
Dex
Nope.
rolling.
He fails, and that's a 14.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're going after the big guy, right? The guy, the head guy?
No,
No, the
I
guy
went
who
after the
shot
guy
him.
who shot me.
The guy who
Fair
shot
enough.
you.
That's
The
very
big
fair.
guy, who was, to remind you, 15 yards away, will just take his submachine gun, and now that Javier is prone on the ground, he's just going to unload
Oh,
on everyone.
Oh, wait.
Ah,
oh, so he doesn't. The person he's trying to get stuff from isn't hit. I think.
Yep.
That's rude.
So that is auto fire.
Right? It's rude, though. Cool.
Oh,
Quite
it is
rude.
excessively rude.
so rude.
Bad manners.
A 19 is not enough. And so
Because he's
he
far
just-
enough away, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he
Mhm.
opens fire. I mean, he shoots all over the place. Bullets fly everywhere. A lot of the bystanders, those who still have their wits about them, ducked in piles of
Scattered.
trash. You can see there's one person who, like, jumped down and then lifted up a piece of steel, probably like part of an old dumpster or something, just slid it in front of them. There's enough room for a second person behind it if anyone wants to be their, I guess, cover companion. Others ducked. The ones, though, that were sort of like chewing this tobacco and just being a bit, absent-minded, they don't move. Some of them get
Wow.
shot at, grazed by
Wow.
bullets, and they don't even react to the pain. It's as if they were in this intense brain dance where nothing mattered.
Good to know.
And that is his turn as he shouts to the other 3. Clear the street and get me Xavier.
Okay.
Tomiko.
Yeah, was my 16 enough to get this door open?
So you fiddle with it and click. It's unlocked.
Yeah, that's cover.
If you run inside, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna get inside. I don't know, maybe he's got like a baseball bat or a sword by the door or something. I don't know.
There is an umbrella by the door.
Yeah.
It's broken. It wouldn't prevent you from getting wet. Also, you're inside an arcology.
Yeah,
It's more like decoration than anything, but hey,
honestly, yeah.
it's a sort of pokey thing.
Yeah, I'll just take a. You know what? I'm gonna be inside in nice cover, and I'm gonna take a look around the room. What's here? What potential stabbing, slicing implements is in this room? Do I see a kitchen? Does he have a knife block?
Can you
Yeah, I
make an
just wanna-
awareness check?
Yeah,
Because your turn is like a few seconds. You go in.
Yeah, mine
Take
is
in the
looking
place.
around. That's what I do. I don't attack. I am inside and looking around. Awareness check. Perception?
Yes, perception.
Yes. 16.
So, this apartment, very small. You notice
Mhm.
when you enter main room, you're already in the kitchen dining room combo.
Yep. Okay.
There's a small hallway that leads to basically 3 rooms. Seems like the room in the back is like an office.
Okay.
There's one to the right, one to the left. Judging by the distances, the one to the left is probably the bathroom. In the kitchen, there's the stove. There's a frying pan on the stove. It is disgusting and dirty. Actually,
Okay.
the state of this entire place.
I'm sure it all is.
They call them a
gross.
hoarder. Not quite a hoarder, but definitely someone who barely ever cleaned. There's room to move. It's not like if you
See,
have to
hoarder
wade
brought me
through
hope.
trash.
I was hoping there'd be a lot of stuff in here.
However, yeah, you notice there's there's like several drawers. Probably some of them must have knives or something.
Wonderful.
On the kitchen table,
Yes.
there is a toolkit that's open, and you see there's well, you're a techie.
I'm a
It's
techie.
probably a clock, like an old older
Okay.
clock. With like, I'm not gonna say like a grandfather clock or anything like that, but like one that isn't purely digital. And the toolkit that's open, you notice inside there's a hammer, there is a
Nice.
drill, and very quickly there's like a set of screwdrivers that you can see.
Cool.
And that's like as far as weapons are. Oh, or you could break a chair or use a chair as a weapon if you wanted.
Good. No, cool. That's cool. I'll just make note. I'm gonna evaluate what I want to beat up these guys with.
All right. Coming in right behind you, Wave.
Question. We are in an arcology.
Yes.
Many buildings have sprinkler systems. Does this building have a sprinkler system?
Probably, but just like most things on the 14th floor, it seems that it's been taken apart.
So I live in a dorm, and the dorm is old, you know? And we have these sprinkler systems in there that who knows when they're from. And they always say to our students, please do not smoke in your room, because if you smoke in your room, it might set off the sprinkler system. And the problem is you do not want that to happen, because a sprinkler system that has not gone off in a really long time, when it does go off, it's going to be a lot of like gallons of gross
Water.
black
Gross.
water that's just awful and gross. So if we have some kind of sprinkler system, especially since I imagine it's not pretty well maintained, then I imagine if that sprinkler system went off, it would probably be gross and awful, is what I'm assuming.
Recalling the description last week that I gave of the floor, you know that often first of all, the ceiling is still sort of high. It's a good 15, 20 feet high.
Yeah.
If not more so in some places. But the most parts of the ceilings were removed. You can see the pipes. Like you see that there is, of course, water coursing through it. But as far as where
these are pipes,
where the exact sprinkler is, doesn't seem to be one nearby. Though if you were to shoot a pipe, it would probably release pressurized whatever water is in there. Or if you shoot the wrong one, it's probably going to be the sewers for this floor above.
Also fine. So what I will do, because we get a move and an action, yes? Is that our story?
Yeah.
One move, one action. I'm going to move to cover.
One move action and one other action.
Yeah. I'm going to move behind cover, is what I'm going to do.
The door's open. Partway.
Sources of cover, there's either inside, doorways, or that steel piece that someone moved.
Actually, I think I will take my other action first. I would like to do scanner, which is a meat action. Because if there are things like sprinklers or whatnot, that's probably going to be controlled by some sort of... Everything's a computer nowadays. So I would like to scan to see what sort of access points are around anywhere.
Make that roll.
I will.
Interface.
12.
Yes. The entry points you notice, actually, you could connect to the network just through the that thing that displays the name of the inhabitant of an apartment, like the tenants. You could probably use that, or even inside each block, there is an access point that you could use. From where you are, you could use Javier's access point, definitely. From outside, middle of the street, where you were by the door. You could also do so from inside if you wanted.
Yeah. So I will step inside, so I'm not in the middle of gunfire range, but I'm also still within the range to sort of hit that access point, because I'm hoping on my next turn, I'll be able to perhaps hack in there and dump a bunch of sewage or gross, gunky water on these folks to help my friends have some kind of something. Also, it'll ruin their outfits.
Yeah.
And that might cause them to leave.
All right, so as you do so, spin about, get inside. Another one of the gangers. This one, seeing that Leo is a problem, but Ramon has not moved. So he's going to what's his move? He's going to move up. He's actually going to move his full movement. So he's now at 7 yards of everyone. So he's just a little bit behind the fight where the fight between Leo and the other ganger. And he also draws his gun, but he's going to fire at Ramon.
Because I will just note for the record, I also don't have weapons because I was also at a funeral.
Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah,
stop
I kind of, yeah, I know.
I loved it. You loved it.
With a 15, that would hit you, unless you tell me that you have amazing reflex.
No.
Oh.
I'm
Then,
not going to tell you that.
You would take 8 points of damage, 11 points of damage. I don't know if you have armor.
I do.
Yes.
So minus
Yes.
whatever. It's always on the body unless I say otherwise. What's your armor?
I have the light armor jack as well.
Oh, cool. So you don't take anything.
I don't take any damage.
And the armor doesn't ablate. And could you roll a d6, please?
Certainly. Let's see. 6?
2?
2.
Right. In 2 rounds, Sable arrives.
Okay.
She's always nearby, and the elevators here, they don't go at the speed of like the regular elevators we have now. So, and it's your turn. So
Boy.
basically, not your turn now, not the one after, but after the one after that, we'll roll initiative for her. What do you do?
I'm so sorry. I'm running. I'm just getting the fuck out of here. that is Ramon's first action, is to think, oh shit, people are shooting at me. However, has anyone tried to recover Javier?
Nope.
No.
I wasn't
Can
here.
I-
I was like, by the door.
Can I pick him up and try to just drag him out of here?
Yes. What's your body stat at?
Probably not great. Let's see how this goes.
That is awesome.
Body. I am.
Is it higher than a 5?
Spread between move and empathy.
Yeah, the stat,
Second
not the skills.
bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm seeing the little 20 down here. Body is at a 5.
5.
Yep.
Then could you make just an athletics check?
Yeah, I saw that coming. Let's see.
Basically, here's what's going to happen. It's a DV13. If you succeed, you are not slowed down by Javier. Otherwise, it's just going to take you longer.
Hey.
Look, under the adrenaline,
That's actually a pretty good roll. It's an 8.
pick up the guy, and depending on how much move you have, if your move stat is a 6 or above, you can get inside his apartment.
My move is a 4.
You
Hey.
can get very close to the door, but not yet inside.
My family was good at things. I didn't have to be.
By the way, I don't know if you want to, but you can, since you're grappling Javier, you can now use him as a shield.
I'm not saying I'm going to,
But you're
but
not saying
potentially
you're
if
not
I
going
get
to.
shot at, decisions will be made. I will definitely use him as a shield. That's the decision. The decision is if I'm getting shot at, he's definitely
Cool. The other ganger will not draw a gun. Instead, he will charge at Leo. And as he does so, he
bring it
takes
on.
off his gloves, and
Mhm.
from his fingernails grow like these 2-inch blades, and he just goes in to rip you apart. But he needs his full turn, actually both of his actions, to get to you. He just didn't
He's
wanna
ready.
shoot his
He's ready to rip you apart.
friends, and and the guy in front of you,
Mm-hmm.
who now you are next to him. He is going to try to grapple you.
Oh, interesting.
He basically drops the gun and tries to hold you down so his pal can stab you freely. So it's a brawling skill, and you get to make also a brawling skill.
Alrighty.
You have to beat my 13.
22.
Yeah. So he,
Yeah.
Might not always have my sword. Need to be good at punching things.
so cannot grab you right away.
Okay.
He seems to start to regret the decision. He thought it would be easier. Leo, it is your turn.
I don't know if there's like, I don't think there's like an intimidation skill, but I kind of want to see if I can scare them off maybe. I want to make an aimed attack at the person who just rushed me at their head.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I just run up and I just want to dome
Yeah,
them and hopefully I can drop them in one attack.
You mean with your sword?
With my sword, yes. I'm not making 2 attacks, I'm making 1 aimed shot at a -8. But if it hits, my damage is doubled. I believe.
Nice.
Yeah, it's doubled or tripled, but I think triple is in Witcher.
Sure. Yeah.
Yes. Multiply the damage that gets through the target's head armor by 2.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so I don't think I can take on an entire gang on my own, so this is mostly just to see if I can buy time. All right.
I'm trying to help you out.
It kind of looks like you might be fighting an entire gang on your own. Like, I hate to say
I'm
it.
really glad I put skill into evasion. So that's -8, unfortunately.
So 11.
11.
And he is going to try to evade.
Oh,
Huh?
tie.
Do you have one
Skill.
luck point?
Luck.
I dumped it all,
No, he
technically.
dumped it all.
I dumped it all.
So he will
that would've been
last
so
second.
good.
Oh, because that's crit damage, too.
Oh,
Because there's 2 6s.
You know what? You used all of your luck earlier today, but I'll give you
One.
that one now.
Are
'Cause
you sure?
You know.
Oh, I will take it because I'm not familiar with the normal difficulty values in this game.
Yeah. So for that 1 point, and also you rolled equal. So going with the sword, slice at the head. I said double what goes through the armor, and
So
that's
yeah,
also
first you
a
just
crit.
take away what the armor absorbs, and then everything left is doubled.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're
Nice.
going to deal 24 points of damage.
nice.
And it's a
And-
crit.
It's a crit to the head. Could you roll 2d6 for me, please? Just 2d6.
Oh, baby.
Gosh, I don't know. What's
Oh,
the command
nice.
again? /R?
Slash R, 2d6.
2d6. 9.
A 9. So in what you have to know is crits in Cyberpunk Red. The closer you are to the edge, so like 1, 2, 11, 12, the deadlier it is.
Oh.
Oh,
And so 9, as a crit to the head, is a cracked skull.
Yep, that's what I thought it was.
Basically, from now on, any attack at his head do triple damage. But also, whenever you deal a crit, all right, the other person automatically takes 5 bonus damage through armor.
nice.
He had 1 HP left. Could you describe to me what happens to this guy?
Open.
Just
Yeah.
he comes at me. I can see we're outnumbered. I can see the others don't have anything ready. We are not well prepared. I need to make a strong statement now. And so it's not that I swing my sword down. He just runs straight into his death as he wheels back for the strike, and he runs headfirst into my blade.
His body falls down like blink of an eye. You can listen, that type of thing would be normally like a face-off check.
Face-off check.
Yeah, so it's a special thing about a face-down
Yeah,
category.
face
A
down.
face-down check, which is just your cool plus your reputation plus a d10. And right now, your reputation is, to them, you're like a deadly swordsman, and it's going to be worth 4. So could you roll a d10 plus your cool stat plus 4?
So /R1 d10 plus 4 plus my cool is 6.
So a d10 plus 10.
17.
And he has to roll a d10
Nice.
plus. Oh god, that's not going to happen. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. That's so good.
It's the end of your turn. The wiki, seeing what's happening, as you drop one of his men, it was like, I'm gonna shoot any one of you who does kill him. You're dead. You're dead. You hear me? You're dead. And he's going to fire you, but he is scared shitless.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh.
And
Nice.
so everyone in this group have a -2 on all of their actions against you, including trying to dodge
Nice.
your attacks,
Ooh.
until they defeat you.
Right.
Determined.
Nice. You're just too badass. That's what it is.
Yeah, you're
Didn't plan to become the mortal enemy of the gang today, but I guess that's what happened.
So he's going to not auto fire. From 15 yards, he would hit unless you want to roll that.
Yes, I would like to evade.
Go ahead.
Again, he can dodge bullets. Hopefully, maybe.
I mean, I'm just very excited for his badassitude. That's all.
Right.
18.
Yeah.
Yes. Leo Chen, our nomad. Come on. Come on. Yes.
Got a
It
badass
is
on our hands.
My
surreal.
God.
And Ramon, you're not yet inside. You can see the face
You
of
get
some
to
of the
see it.
people outside, those who still have their wits about them. Some of them have like slowly left their hidey holes to look at the fight. Survival be damned. When he sees that he can't shoot you, by the way, his second action is going to reach out in back of his, like in his back, and draw out his wicker blade, which is this
Ooh.
pair of like wicked curved shears. That can easily, from like just a quick look, it can snap off any limb that's poking out of your torso very easily.
That's fun.
Probably digits more than anything, but you could probably chop a hand off if you wanted to.
That's
Kamiko.
rude.
Yeah. I point at the umbrella and I say to our dear beloved, we don't have names on here.
Wave.
Wave, thank you. And I say, I have dibs on that umbrella, just so you know. And it
That's
is
cool.
is the pan on the stove cast iron.
Oh yeah.
I take that. I'm gonna assume that's like a heavy melee weapon then,
It counts as a.
because that's like basically the equivalent of a lead pipe, at least.
Oh, it's pretty much. I actually. Yeah. It's the equivalent of a lead pipe, definitely.
Yeah,
If it had been a regular one, I would have said light or medium. But yeah, in this
Mhm.
case, it's.
it's cast
yeah.
iron. I've hefted some cast iron in my time.
Yep.
And I
The
go,
only thing I'm gonna say though, it's
Mhm.
it would be like to use it as a weapon. It's a two-handed weapon, if you want to
That's
use it
fine.
effectively.
That's fine. Take 2 hands. 2 swings, 2 hands. It's fine. I take that. That'll work. And then I'm just gonna go back outside.
All right, the closest to you, who would be so Leo, he walked forward, so 15. He walked forward, and then he would be let's say 8 yards away from you, equidistant
Okay.
from where Ramon is. Basically,
Sure.
Ramon is 4 actually. He's closer.
Okay.
But if you have a move of at least 4,
I have move 4. Yes.
so you can grab and get out,
Mm-hmm.
but you won't be able to attack yet.
That's fine. He'll know I've got a frying pan.
Okay. So all of a
Pink,
sudden, there's
gold,
the
and silver with a frying pan. I'm ready. Count my
that
cast
comes
iron.
charging out.
I just walk nonchalantly, or like
Oh,
like
okay.
a light
Yeah. Yeah.
like getting the weight of it, getting used. That's all.
Um,
Mhm.
hey, Wave.
Yes.
You're jacking in?
Yes, please. I would like to jack in to the net, of the internet. It's a series of tubes. I would like to jack in. I don't...
It counts as one of your net
roll.
actions.
Yeah, I have 3. I don't think that's a roll.
No, you just say that you jack in.
in.
It's easy to jack in. It's harder to get out. So
That's what she said.
as you connect to the net architecture, is your cyber deck, and you have the goggles, correct?
Yes.
But not the implanted one, not the implant one, the actual, right? Or is it
you have to have the implant, or else you can't do it.
No, you can have them.
Yeah, the
separate.
goggles.
You can buy the goggles separate.
I think you have to. Yeah, because I have the goggles as well, because I've got the neural implants. Because I was told that you have to have the goggles to attach the neural implants to the whole thing. That you know.
No, I don't think so.
So I got it all.
Because mine didn't have implants; it was glasses. My Netrunner.
It was just to know
You
if
do have to have
you
the
know-
neural implant.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, you have to
Okay.
have the neural implant, but you plug them to anyway. So you lower the goggles, and the world
yeah.
changes.
Just the
But,
eyeball
yeah, because with the
one.
goggles you could still see the
Mhm.
the
you
world.
are.
My battery died. So sad. Okay.
You stand in front of a giant obsidian pyramid with glowing blue lines. This appears to be the rendition of the lobby. In fact, in the distance, there are several other of these pyramids, and you think they're probably just the lobbies of different, various floors or something. They're there, though you cannot access them. The only one that you can see is the one right in front of you.
I activate my SIA program.
That would be your second net action. For the people at home, what does Sia do?
So SIA allows you to be better at pathfinding, to sort of map the architecture, to figure out what's going on in this place. And my SIA, it's like a lifeguard goggles, right? The little kind of the lifeguard, those big binoculars that lifeguards have. Sort of comes up. I sort of pick it up, and then my third action will be to pathfind, to sort of see if I can map out what we have, because I'm trying to get to the controls of our sprinkler system, as old and sad as they may be. And that, I
Give me
believe,
that
is going to be my
interface check with your Pathfinder bonus.
+2.
Wait, did you know that some people stand in the darkness, afraid to step into the light?
And I'm telling you, no, I love it. I get a 23, and I just pick up my goggles, and I just scan.
You see not the entirety of the pyramid, but almost all of it. What you see here is convoluted. It starts with one main branch that'll go up, and then, despite it being a pyramid, it's like the interior is like a tree, if you will. When you go in, the first thing you'll notice is it is password protected.
Okay.
Though if you have an
So that's
ID,
all I get.
though if you no, because if you roll higher than the DV, you can look beyond, I believe.
It says you can see into the architecture a number of floors equal to your check, up to the first obstruction.
Okay, but
with the
this
DV
one,
your Pathfinder check. Yeah.
yeah, that's it. So it needs to be higher than your Pathfinder check, and for now, yeah. Though the first password that goes in, it's basically to check if you have an ID or not. So if you have an ID, you can just watch through it. And then as you go up, you're going to have on your second floor, it's basically for the action point, I'm going to say action point. For the access point you're in, it's going to be a control node for this entire apartment. Then the step above is the control node for whoever is in control of this floor. So like management of the floor. That there's a branch that you cannot see past. It's higher than a 20. That would go through probably like
20,
a whole
24.
Oh, 24? You can see past one.
23, pardon me.
Okay, so you can see past one of them. In there is there's an anti-program black ice that's waiting
on that
there.
the control mode floor.
If you wanted to go through to the management branch. However, because you can see up higher, you notice that if you wanted to get to the sprinklers and everything, that would be the 5th floor. So the first one is password, control node. Then you have security in there, which is fairly basic security. It is a hellhound that is just there. Then you have my page. Sorry.
So 1 is a password, 2 is the control node for the apartment, which is a hellhound security.
Yeah, password, control, and then you have hellhound, and then the step above is files, and the step above is control nodes. The files, this is the private repository of anything that the management would... Sorry, not management, that the inhabitants could save. It's like their private like stash, if you will. Like if you wanted to like a hard-coded hard drive that you could just dump info on that is protected by black ice, the hellhound. That's the floor beneath.
So first floor is a password. Second floor is the control node for the apartment, which has
door, lights, temperature control,
security
and
on that.
For this apartment doesn't have any security.
So the third floor of our pyramid is the control node for the block.
File.
Files. So 3 are the files with the hellhound.
Password. It's password, control, hellhound, file, control.
And that last control 5 is the sprinklers.
Yeah, and because of your Pathfinder, I can tell you more after combat. You go through a lot of floors in there, but what you're looking for right now is this.
Perfect. Thank you. That is
no
my
problem.
3.
Ganger number 3. The one who had gone after Ramon, seeing that Ramon is going inside and having this young Asian girl come out of, he's just going to fire at her because who the and he yells like, "Get back inside!" Pew! With a 21, that would be a hit.
Can I try to dodge that?
Oh, you are agile as well. Go ahead. Give me that roll.
Let's see. Fighting, evasion. Let me give it a go. No.
Then that's 11 to your body.
My armor is 11.
So fuck all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not wearing armor. It's subdermal.
Yeah, so you take the bullet and it just goes...
Ping.
They don't like that. Boss, they're packing!
And like, they were aiming for torso. Imagine it's like, it's a good thing I wore a crop top today. I totally would have put a hole in it.
Phenomenal.
Ramon, you're up.
She seems unbothered.
She ain't bothered though. She ain't even bothered.
She's not even bothered.
Nope.
Damn, I've got the subdermal armor.
Yeah, I forked it out. I was like, nah.
Is 4 move enough to get him inside, or do I have to make another roll?
Yes, definitely. You can definitely make it inside.
Okay.
That would just be your move, so you could still have like one action if you wanted.
Yeah, in that case, then I would turn around and now I'm feeling a little emboldened, and I'm gonna start shooting. I'm like, fuck it. Hey,
Nice.
everybody else is shooting. I might as well start.
Yes.
make that roll.
Also, I don't want Sable to think I'm a coward and that all the lessons she's taught me have gone to waste.
Getting here. She's getting
I know. I was like, I want her to see me with a gun, at least pretending like I know what I'm doing. Because otherwise it'll be really embarrassing.
From within the apartment, you could shoot at either the gangers, but not the wiki.
All right.
I mean, just because of like the line of sight that you have. It's either the one who was already hit by Leo, just not dead yet, or the one who shot at Tomiko.
Let's shoot the one that's looking the most damaged, the almost dead.
That's the Leo one.
Yeah.
That is a definite hit. And guess what?
I roll like poop.
You rolled like poop, but he still takes damage.
Nice.
Because his Pico doesn't seem to protect much from bullets, and just pow. Do you have more than? I do believe you have more than one attack because of your.
Rate of fire on this should be 2, I think.
Are you shooting my gun?
Yeah, unless you do 4d6.
Yeah, aren't you shooting? Yeah, a heavy pistol.
Oh yeah, which gun are you at?
Oh
be
yeah,
an
because you
extra
have the
D6.
heavy pistol. Yeah, that would be an extra 1d6.
Yeah.
All right. Then let's roll 2d6.
And the rate of fire is 2 anyway, so you're gonna be able to fire.
Yeah. So an extra 5 and an extra 3.
Okay.
Yep.
An extra 5 on the first one, and an extra 3 on the. He's dead.
Nice.
Yeah, with just 2 quick shots, guy falls
that's
down.
so good.
Leo.
And
Oh yes.
if I could, never doubt the power of Grandma's cooking.
Never what? Doubt.
Doubt the power of Grandma's cooking.
Mm-hmm.
The slaughter brought to you by Werther's Originals.
Leo, you're up.
Yes.
Thank you for being my gun.
I downed one.
Ramon
Ramon just knocked another. But the guy in church is still barking orders. So
Yeah, you'll notice that after Ramon just killed another one of his men, Tomiko didn't seem fazed by the bullet. He is reconsidering. He might. You get the feeling he's on the verge of maybe calling it a day.
I'm
You
gonna
can try.
I'm gonna
He
see if I can
shot
help
me.
him make up his mind by smacking him in the face. Another aimed
yeah.
shot at his head.
The wiki or the ganger?
Can I get to the wiki with my move? Or the guy in wiki is the guy in charge, right?
Yeah.
Yes, the wiki is the guy in charge, and he's.
He's
yeah,
the one
you
who
have
shot
enough
me,
move.
right?
You have enough move to get up
Yeah,
to
quite
get up.
rude.
Yeah. I'm gonna rush him and do one aim shot at his head.
He's going to try to not get hit.
Alright. So that's another -8. I can't really modify this roll.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Ah,
So a 2.
a 2.
Let's see.
I could trip and he could trip on top of my sword.
Yes, no. He doesn't.
Yes.
In fact,
5 times.
he blocks it with
12, yeah.
the shears, and it's very almost anime-like in how you bring down the blade and he just deflects it.
I got too
you're
greedy.
not that tough after all.
I feel like it's easier to block a blade than a frying pan, so we'll see how he does in a second.
Well, Tomiko, you're up. There's
Yeah.
there's one ganger in front near you. The guy
Save
who
me,
shot it.
Tomiko.
Yeah. Is that guy the guy who shot me was the wiki, right?
No, the ganger.
Oh, the ganger. Well, I guess we'll deal with him first. Although he didn't seem to be particularly effective. Can I get to the wiki with
What's
my
your
4
move?
speed? 4.
4 speed, you wouldn't.
Okay. Well, then I just go with the one that's closest first,
You
and
could
then
get
move
to
over there.
the ganger, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hit him with the frying pan. See, growing up, there was like this maid in charge of the house, and she kept everyone else in line with this cast iron. Just putting it in my thing real quick. 3d6. There we go. I should just be able to roll this now.
Yep.
Hey, how about that?
A 29. He has a 50. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen.
Take 12. And I get to do this twice.
Yes.
Nice.
And a 14 for the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also a hit.
That'll take another 12. Boom.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just wail on him. He's trying to block your blows with like his forearm, and it's just
poor forearm.
Yeah, you hear the snap of something, and
Yeah.
Who needs
Probably
teeth?
it's quite
forearm.
Wave.
So standing in front of this pyramid, and I've got my lifeguard binoculars. Put them down, and I'm going to go and quickly go. And I think sort of out of like produce, I'm going to activate my worm, which gives me a boost when I need to do backdoor checks. That's my first, and I think it is probably it's like I can imagine it being something like. I probably have got like my puka shell necklace, right, becomes like a lock-picking tool. And then I'm going to go and activate my Speedy Gonzalez, which is actually a surfboard, which sort of pops up and I get on it, so I'm actually much faster. And then for my third action, I'm going to go and try to break that password on the first floor.
If you have an ID for Ascension, you break it automatically. It's
right.
just the check.
But then
if
they
you have
know
an
it's
ID.
me.
Then they would know it's you. Yes.
Yeah. So we don't want that. So we're gonna try to break it. We don't want to just like be with like it's me, Mario. If I had somebody else's ID, maybe, but you know.
Then give me that interface roll.
You might be able to get like what
AC
3-4 IDs right here.
Yes, as a matter of fact.
The DV is a 6.
11.
Yes. You're in. You're through. The password looked just like the entrance door to the apartment, which you just waltz on through or surfed on through.
Mm-hmm.
I surfed. I'm on a surfboard. I'm hanging 10. There's a whole thing. It's pretty excellent. You should. I was doing karaoke the other day, just earlier. I'm surfing the web. You don't even know. And it is not a move, I believe, to go up to the next floor, which I will do. I think. Yeah.
Yep. So
and that should.
When you get to the, you get 3 actions. Oh yeah, because you spawned the thing. Yeah. You backdoor.
Activated two.
So you are currently
programs.
in front of the control node for the apartment.
Yes.
Which
I did password. So I'm on floor 2.
To you right now, it looks like the room you're in meat space, except you notice like the walls are glowing a certain, like they're glowing sort of faint red because of like the heat. So if you were to turn up the heat, you could just go to the wall and just like turn like a knob that doesn't exist, and it would crank up the heat. The same thing for the lights and everything else is what you see at the moment. Outside,
is there an obstruction on this floor?
Nope, none.
Floor 2?
No, because it was only the password that was protecting it. So if you are someone with an ID, you can go. If you go into, like, Javier goes into his apartment, and he can just through his agent crank up the heat or turn it down or turn on the lights or whatever, even remotely.
Okay.
So this is so far not protected, but there is protection. There's a black ice right after that, the floor after that.
Yeah. I am on my surfboard, however. You do need to know it. It is important.
I don't know why, but the Beach Boys are playing in my head.
They are. And actually, I imagine I've got like it's probably actually Bob Marley. You know what I mean?
Okay.
In the background.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm on my surfboard, and Bob Marley's playing, and I'm ready.
It's a very
like,
chill
game.
net run. Yeah.
So it is. I'm very chill.
The Ganger by Tomiko
Yeah.
just goes, boss, this isn't worth it. This isn't worth it.
Shut up.
And because you've replied,
Yes.
he just takes a step back and will fire at you with his gun.
I'm like,
point blank.
I'm raising my cast iron penny. Shut up. God.
Point blank, a 14 would hit.
I'll try to dodge it.
Yeah.
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 Ooh,
puts the
evasion
gun up,
crew.
Yeah.
Not worth it. Not worth it. And
I imagine I just deflect the bullet with the frying pan and just like ting.
they're freaking out. Ramon,
If
I
You're
will
lucky I'll
ask,
just leave you unconscious and rob you blind.
I'll ask two things of you, Ramon. Actually, no, I'm going to roll it for Sable, so never mind.
There you go.
What are you doing, Ramon?
I'm thinking. I wonder if I could scare them into running now.
No.
Mm.
No witnesses.
Mhm.
I don't care about witnesses. I want them to know that we fucked their shit up. I want them to go tell their friends that we are not to be fucked with.
Tell your friends. I'm Batman.
You would get a ping at the start of
Ramon.
your turn also from Sable that goes, I'm here.
Oh, even better. I want them to run towards Sable.
That is possible. Let's use another face down.
All right.
You don't have the +4 that Leo had before, because now there's more than one that fell. But they have their -2 though to it. Nevertheless,
Where do I roll that?
it's a D10 plus your cool, so you're gonna have to type it in yourself, and you
Got
have
it.
to beat a 4.
Okay. Hold on. Hmm. Come on. And I cannot lose this.
Unless you were to roll a 1, then you'd have to.
Yeah.
But okay, 17. Oof. Yeah. What do you tell them?
Oh. So there's a moment where Ramon just kind of steps up behind the door, and the glasses come off, and he goes, "You thought we were easy pickings."
Okay.
Run.
Ganger number 3 utters a out loud "fuck it" and will bolt. Actually, bolts. The wiki screams out like, "Fucking coward!" Looks at
Told you I'd
Leo,
just leave
who's
you
right in
unconscious
front of
and rob
him.
you blind.
We're not done yet, son. And he's also going to run away. Now, we'll get out of initiative for a quick second. I have
He
a
who
question.
dies last dies worst.
Leo, Tomiko, you are within striking distance of them as they try to flee. They will both bolt in different directions.
Okay.
Sable will come from one of those two directions. I'm not telling you which.
It's fine.
Do you want to... you could get a free shot at them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
He shot at me. It's very rude.
Might be stupid. I'm going to do one more aim shot, but this time I'm aiming for the leg.
Nice. Yes.
If he
Absolutely.
leaves, he's going to remember me.
Yes.
All right.
Tomiko, that would be an 8 for their defense and a 10 for Leo.
Okay.
Oh, no, Leo, wrong one.
No worries. No worries.
Tomiko an 8, Leo an 8. Wow.
Okay. Sure. I just roll my cast iron pan.
Ah, what? Well, I mean, I still technically work.
13. Yeah.
Yes,
That's a
because you
15.
got a 13.
That's the second one.
Yeah.
I just consistently deal 12 damage with this pan.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
that's
very
very
consistent
consistent
pan.
It's a
pan.
very reliable. Look, cast iron
That
is very
is
reliable.
fine damage. Yeah.
So aim shot to the leg. If a single point of damage gets through, the target also suffers the broken leg critical injury if they have any legs that aren't broken.
I love
So,
this. I love
There
this.
is a point of damage that goes through.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Leo's just out here maiming people.
I love it. I
So,
love it. We
he
are the
runs-
friendliest.
Look, in this business, if people don't know what the fuck is up, they're going to make problems later. We got to teach them a lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is true.
I just wanted to
He
Hey, listen,
runs away.
Really
Argue
mad.
for me.
Just as he turns the bolt, you just like slash at the back of his knee. He yelps and goes like, you fuck, and he drags his body away, bleeding, turns the corner, and you just hear blam blam. And Sable walks out of the
Yeah.
corner of the street, and
Pers-
she's just polishing the like cannon of her
Nice.
gun, and
How's-
we're going to
how's
end on that.
That guy doing with the cast iron bruises? Is he just
Oh.
really welted?
No, he is dead. You caved his
good.
face in.
I see. I
Nice.
told you you could have just been unconscious and I'd drop you blind, but you didn't listen. No.
We
And
don't
I
know
should-
who
Needs a
Sable is,
face
right? We've never
anyway.
seen Sable before.
We'll keep the rest
Yeah.
of so Wave. I haven't forgotten you.
Oh,
You haven't gotten to the things yet, but
Just
because of
sufficient.
your role, I'm going to give you the whole thing that you can explore for next week.
Ooh.
Since while you're in net space, you act 3 times faster than everyone. So even if people were to if people take 5 minutes to talk or to do anything, you have like 15 minutes in there to do whatever you want.
and look, if the fight stopped, it's not unethical to just steal all the files from this guy if it's information we might need.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is. Ramon, you would notice that, and then we'll go to outros. But he is alive.
Oh, good.
He just fainted, probably from fright.
You missed all the badassery though.
And that is going to be it because we ran over, folks. Well, mind you,
Did
we
we?
also started a little
Oh.
late, but yeah,
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
yeah, it's fine. There's a lot of action, a lot of badassery today. What?
Oh
the
my
fuck?
gosh. How
So,
badass are the rest of this team? My goodness. Amazing.
No one sees you surf in the net. No one can see you surf. But let's just do quick shout outs if there's anywhere that we can find you and all of the good things, whatever what it is, the highlight of your evening tonight. Let's go ahead and do the same order as we did the intros. So we'll start with Mr. Werder's original, Mr. Grandma Seducer, Ramon.
Hello, everyone. I'm Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice around the internet. That is where you can find me. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, basically all the places. I am currently streaming a D&D campaign called Wayward Revelry. It's based in Wabi on the Witchlight at 11 a.m. Eastern Time on Sundays. There is a crowdfunding effort going on for a campaign that I'm going to be involved in called Villains from Carrying Copper Studios. Do check that out. I've retweeted it on my Twitter today. There's going to be a Hunter the Reckoning game coming up on Rolling These 20s. And there's some more stuff going on. So keep an eye on my Twitter for all of my upcoming things. And maybe, just maybe, I'll see you at PAX East. Just saying.
Thank you for coming. Wave.
I'm Trooper SJP. Woo! And I am going to give love. I'm going to give love to Dimples, to Prince, for the one-liners that really make it work. Do you know what I mean? Where you're just like I just feel like we need to have that whole thing, was that the CSI? We're just run. Ah! right in the horn, like the whole that one, and then and then I have to also give love to Lindy for just like blocking gunfire with cast iron skillets, and then I have to also give love to Leo for charging into a whole gang of very dangerous people and then demolishing them so much that they just cannot stay here anymore. All of that is so much
Brings
love.
a sword to a gunfight. And
so
wins.
Good. Yes, so good. So good. Today's Wednesday? You can find me on Friday. That's this Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern over at my channel, Trooper SJP, for the Traveler campaign that I'm running, the Gamblers. It's a Pirates of Draenix campaign. And then Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern over at Balrog 1911 for Tales from the Brinkwood. And then Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern over at Praxagor, the Spophoria, for Witcher Road's Home. And then Monday, I feel like Simon will just say where I'll be.
All right. Well, thank you for being here, Tamiko.
Hi, yes, that's me. I loved Leo again, just charging in with the sword, kicking ass, taking names, dodging bullets. But don't worry, I wasn't going to leave you out there the entire time. I just had to find a worthy weapon to join you with. And I've got some ideas for tinkering with a new weapon, which I'll message you about, Simon, between games, because, this apartment is full of inspiration, I find.
Sure.
You find inspiration in all sorts of places as a tech. I also loved all of us just spamming Ramon with messages as he talked with these little old ladies and getting pulled inside the house. I thought that was great. And just Wave being like the chillest, just like, whatever, got fire, I'm going inside too. That's a great idea. Yeah. And also like blocking the cover while I picked the lock, it's just good. We're good teamwork, everyone. Great teamwork. You can find me online at LaughLoveLindy. I GM, not at the moment, but sometimes I do tabletop RPGs, and I play in them on my channel. On Mondays, we have the new batch, which we're playing Call of the Netherdeep, and we are into the meat of the campaign now, and it's very exciting. We too are kicking ass and taking names in there, and it's going to be a grand time. And on Tuesdays, every other Tuesday, we have Stargate Flames of Hope, which is very, very exciting and feels very Stargatey. If you like Stargate, you'll like Stargate Flames of Hope. And then on Sundays, you can find me on Praxagor at the Smorphorius channel with Trooper and Simon for some of it's just shenanigans, but not this Sunday because I have to be in a wedding. So.
And Leo.
Hello. Yes, Mutsai. I play Leo. First, I think everyone kind of like hit the notes of like why their roles exist in the game, whether it's smooth talking as the exec, whether it's just chilling and surfing as the net runner, making full use of everything on hand as the tech. And
yes,
nomads really aren't about melee weapons, but I can't drive my car here, so I had to choose to make something else. But I had a lot of fun just charging in there, except when I realized, no one's coming out to join me. Everyone else is doing something else. It's like, oh, thank goodness, evasion squad, dodging bullets left and right. As far as fun things I'm doing on the internet, this is the main one. I do run games for the curated play program for Magpie, which my Avatar Legends game is filled up, but we're still looking for players for the Masks game. So if you want to play teenage superheroes with angst and feelings that hate adults because they suck, maybe check it out.
Well, thank you for coming, and you can. I'm Simon at One and thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the clips. Thank you for all the fun banter in chat. You, so many moments that I loved tonight. Anyway, but this whole crew, and I'm slowly falling in love with the whole gang of runners that we have, and I will be sad when they meet their untimely death. Anyway,
what?
You can find me over on Praxagor at Thesmophoria this Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern for Witcher Road's Home. Then on Monday at 8:30 p.m. on my channel for Vampire the Masquerade Montreal by Night as we delve into the third. It's going to be the third session of our second season. So you haven't missed much if you want to catch up. The VODs are up on my YouTube. And I do believe that as we go, we are going to raid 20 sides to every story. And we will see you, Junes, next week. Bye-bye.